Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. My library, being the library that it is, had another $5 fill-a-bag the other day. So that means that we need to do an unhaul, aka go through all of my books, decide if I am ever going to read them, if I'm going to read them again, or if I just do not find myself being drawn towards that book, I am going to be getting rid of them so I can make room for my new books. I'm going to start on this shelf and work my way this way and work my way around the library all the way back over to this corner. So, let's go. We did an unhaul. Oh, I'm seeing two over there that I forgot. I'll get them in a minute. There's a giant stack next to me of books that I am going to be taking to little free libraries next to me. I've got a used bookstore that I can also take them to, so I've got options. But let's go through the books that I am going to get rid of and the books that I don't believe I will ever read. Arm Candy. I read this one in February. I believe this was... I don't even know if I read this in a video or not, but I just did not like this book at all. The characters were so bland. The plot was okay, I suppose, but I was just so frustrated at the fact that our main female character is in her 40s, but she's still acting like she did whenever she was in her 20s, and like everyone else has grown but her. So like she really frustrated me, and I could not get through I read it, but I struggled through it. Getting rid of that one. Aaron Watt, When It's Real. I started this book and I got to like page 194, but this is just a little too young for me. It is just a little too young for me. I was not really enjoying it all that much. I was having a hard time connecting with the characters because of the drastic age difference. BRB, I want my coffee. There was just such an age difference between the characters in this book and me that I was having such a hard time getting through it, so I ended up DNFing it, and so I just need to get it off of my shelf. These next two are part of a series, and I am getting rid of them because I do not believe I will ever reread them, and like I said, I just got a lot of books, so I need to make space. I'm keeping the third one because I still need to read it. I don't remember reading the third one. So I am going to be getting rid of Premeditated Myrtle and How to Get Away with Myrtle. This is book 1 and book 2 in the Myrtle Hardcastle mysteries. These books are so cute. I love them. And the main female character, her name is Myrtle. She is a young girl, like very young, but she solves mysteries. It kind of gives me new generation Nancy Drew in a way, and I've always loved Nancy Drew. I think my mom passed that on to me because my mom is a big Nancy Drew fan. But yeah, I read book 1 and book 2. I would highly recommend them, especially for young readers. These are great little mysteries for young readers. Nothing too spooky. This is a very juvenile read. So I would recommend these for young readers and even old readers. They were great books. I just do not see myself ever wanting to reread them, so I need to get rid of them. And the third book that I have in that series is Cold-Blooded Myrtle, so I still need to read this one. And like I said, I really do love this series. I just need space. Next is Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. My parents got this for me in one of the $5 filler bags in the past, and I just really do not see myself reading this. I don't even know what it's about. Yeah, I just do not see myself ever grabbing for this book. The cover is really cute though. I just don't feel myself ever gravitating towards this book, and it has been sitting on my shelf since October, and I've never looked in its direction, so I think it's time to get rid of it. Next on my list is Obsession Falls by Christina Dodd. I need to get rid of this. I've had this for so long. Oh hey, there's one of my bookmarks. Anyway, I have had this for so long and I have never read it. I bought it used, as you guys can see the cracked spine, but I got it used. I thought I was going to read it, never picked it up. So, time to get rid of it. Not that any of these are bad books, these are just books that I need to part ways with. One by One by Ruth Ware. This one was a thriller mystery. And I think, yeah, there's people that are in a ski resort and people start dying and no one knows who the real killer is, and crazy, super wild. Gave me very much so Agatha Christie vibes. This was a great book. I think I rated it a 5-star. I can't remember, but it needs to go. It takes up a lot of space. It's another thing I really don't like about hardcovers is they just take up so much space, but I do just love a hardcover. Anyway, The Devious Dr. Jekyll. This is book 2 in a series, and I don't think I'm going to ever pick up book 1, and if I do, well, damn, but I don't think I'm ever going to pick up book 1, which means I'm never going to get to this book, and it is currently just taking up space on my shelf, so I really think it's time to let this one go as well. The Emperor's Tomb. Empress's Tomb. Yeah, The Empress's Tomb. This is another little juvenile mystery, I guess you could call it a mystery. It's more like action than anything. Really cute story. It was a lot of fun. Was just once again a juvenile, so I don't see myself picking it up again. I don't see myself doing anything fantabulous with this book, so it just also needs to go. The Bright and Breaking Sea by Chloe Neal. I got this in a blind date with a book for Christmas a few years ago. Loved it. Rated it highly. I have the second book on my shelf. I still need to get to it though, but this looks like, this is a great book, you guys. And the second book also looks really interesting. It just once again needs to part ways. Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. I read the first book in this series. God, is that 3 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. It's been a while. It was not really my jam. I finished it, but it was not my jam, and this is the second book to that series, and once again, I'm not going to see myself picking this one up, so I really desperately need to get rid of this because look at how thick that thing is. It takes up 2 book spaces, so yeah, definitely need to get rid of this one. Now, this one is please don't hate me. Okay, just please don't hate me. I read the first book in this series, and it's not that I hated it, I just it was really the trigger warnings that did it for me. I couldn't get through the story because the trigger warnings were just a little bit too triggering, if that makes any sense. Great story, great plot, great characters, great setting, beautiful writing as always, but I am going to be getting rid of the winners because, like I said, I read the first book. This is the third book. I just genuinely, I do not want to go on. I don't want to read the second book. And so this is the third book. So I obviously have to get rid of this one if I can't even get to the second one. And maybe my mind will change in the future, but as of right now, I really need to get rid of this book. Okay, we are on the last stack. The Bone Keeper by Luca Vesti. Vesti? I'm pretty sure it's Vesti, but I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. I do not remember this book at all, which just means that I should get rid of it because I do have a bad memory, but I usually remember good books, and if I remember absolutely nothing from this, then it's just time to go. Witchborn by Nicholas Bowling. This was a really cool book. I remember rating it pretty highly, um, but regardless, it is once again just taking up space on my shelf, and it needs to go to make room for some very exciting books. Let's get rid of this one. Me and my mom loved this book so much. Oh no, my battery! As I was saying before, my battery so rudely almost died on me. Had to go plug that one in and replace the battery really quick. But as I was saying, me and my mom read this 2 summers ago. Wasn't last summer, it was the summer before that. So yeah, 2 summers ago. And we were cackling. We both read this at the beach. I read this on like day 1, and I think she read it on day 3. But we both zoomed through this book. It was such an easy read. It was so cute. It was so funny. The banter in this book, it was so good, you guys. It was so good. The single-minded by, there's a hair on my microphone that just literally, I thought it was a spider. Single-Minded by Lisa Daly. This book, like I said, you guys, is so good. I would so highly recommend this as a beach read. It is literally under 300 pages, 278 to be exact. It was literally a single day read for me and a single day read for my mom. It was so good, you guys. If you want to read any of the books that I have listed in this video, it needs to be this one because it was genuinely so good. This one, the reason I'm getting rid of it is because it was cute. I DNF'd it at like, I don't even know what page. It was very early in the book. I don't even think I got 20% in. It was just a little bit too in your face for me, and I just cannot do books like that. And it was Christmas in Paradise. And what I mean by in your face was it was like every other paragraph, it was talking about God, which once again, I am a religious person. I do not want this to come off as me being like, God. You know what I mean? But I cannot personally do books like that. Don't get me wrong. Every like other quote is fine, but it's like every other sentence. And I'm like, can we please get on with the plot of this book? Like if I wanted to read about God that much, I would open my Bible, I promise, but that is not what I opened this book for. I opened this book for a cute little Christmas in Paradise story, and what I got was Bible pushing, which, once again, I am religious. It is not me saying, like, I can't do it personally in books. I just can't. I'm sorry. So I DNF'd this. This needs to get off of my shelf. And the last book that I am getting rid of, I had to read this in undergrad. Hey, I found another bookmark. I had to read this in my undergrad whenever I was taking a women in history class, and it was a great book. It was a frustrating book. It made my nerve endings feel like they were on fire, but it is the story of Jane, the legendary underground feminism abortion service. And this is basically about a group of women who band together and create a safe place for women to get underground abortions. Safe abortions, not hanger abortions, okay? And they don't want anyone to be in trouble whenever they call them, so they are all Jane. They're all Jane. And this, once again, was a beautiful story. It was written beautifully, but I am never going to pick this up again because of how it made me feel. And if I do pick it up again, I will probably put it on my Kindle. But yeah, need to get rid of these books. Those are all of the books that I'm getting rid of. This is me, like 4 days after I filmed this video, realizing that I don't have an outro. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.